Okay, welcome to Doom and Gloom Saturday, where it's supposed to be supposedly 72 degrees and a phenomenal opportunity to test out FSD beta. I'm going to be driving to my favorite spot in Georgetown, hopefully pick up a latte and see how this 10.6 performs. What I've seen within the last week is that the performance has been, let's call it above average. I just hope it stays at that level. I think I just saw on Twitter that Elon Musk said 10.7 is supposed to be even far more superior. He said they should call it 10.7 version 11, which I think is funny. You know, personally, I think he was trying to probably go wide with the release of FSD beta prior to the beginning of the next year. That's what I think personally, and you know, they were on path to do that, but they ran into some issues here and there, which is what you all have seen in the form of these videos. But I mean, look at this. It's applying logic to put itself in the right lane. It's staying in the lane. It's not curbing my rims. You know what's kind of funny? I'm very interested to see how my wife's going to react to this, because she hasn't experienced FSD beta yet, but I see her not being necessarily open to it once she starts driving it, but we'll see. Okay, so the first major turn. So with this one, it's making a right. Kind of peeks up to see what's going on. It should be good. The car's freaking out in front of me. I don't care, because patience is a virtue, and it does the turn pretty well. So good job there. Yeah. And you know, again, many people have kind of stated this in the past, but like this, the human aspect of driving, right? So imagine if you have, right, 3 or 4 self-driving cars, and then like one human driving the car. Like I think everyone is of the perspective that, most people are of the perspective that the human driver is probably the one that's going to cause friction, which is just so interesting to even have that thought process. But I won't be surprised, right? Because we are impatient. We're trying to get places and meet people and not get fired and work out, right? Like all those things that force us to be in a hurry will inherently are what cause us to have accidents and stuff like that. So it's very interesting to see what becomes of this autonomy. But yeah, so switch to autopilot, or navigate on autopilot, after it hit this main road here. I think it's called 110. But this next turn is about to be interesting. So usually I take over right before it hits the curb, but today I'm gonna accept some risk and see if there's any way I can make this turn without looking like I'm gonna go over the cliff. Not really the cliff, but you get my point. So it's slowing down appropriately, right? It dropped to 35. In fact, I'll give it a Benny and drop it to 20 in accordance with what the ramp thing says. And okay, yeah, so usually the problem is there you go, you see that, you see that. So for some reason that whole area is a problem. So I sent that snapshot to Tesla, and I'm gonna send a bug report. Improper handling. Yeah, so for some reason that one area is a problem. Like, so if I was going to, what I noticed in the previous instances of making that turn, the vehicle would drop to Actually, it wouldn't really drop. I think it would probably stay at the rate of speed that it was going, which was like between 45 and 35, instead of dropping to like 20 or something like that, slowing down enough to hit the curb or to execute the turn. When I say hit the curb, that's what I meant. And what I'm noticing is that, like, one, it seems like the vehicle doesn't recognize that it has to slow down, and then two, it doesn't even recognize those lane lines. And one theory I have is due to the placement of the cameras, maybe not being able to see because the vehicle dips down. I don't know, I just made that up, but you get my point, that something is going on. Okay, and here's something interesting. So I had a Tesla, I had a loaner the other day with just regular autopilot, navigate on autopilot. And when I had my previous Model 3, on this road right here, every time I entered this road, you see this turn that like veers off to the left, autopilot always took it and made some bad decision, and with FSD it just goes. And I think that's interesting, right? So like, I almost feel like regardless on whether or not, you know, FSD beta evolves or not, like, just the execution of this software in its current state, it's a win, right? It's, again, it seems like it's much better. So from a technical perspective, whatever models they're using for on the machine learning side, right, it looks like they're doing some kind of mix of neural nets and transformers and other types of algorithms that use like temporal components, right? So things that deal with time, right? Looking at clips over time, things that help you overcome occlusions, like the problem of driving and seeing. It seems like as this new version of all that stuff is amazing. And yeah, I feel like again, whether or not we get fully autonomous vehicles, like just the fact that the software operates at the level of performance that it is right now, I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, do I expect this drive to be ever disengagement free? No, I do not. Why? Because of other humans. I think that was the theme of my first statements in this video. But I don't think I will ever have and not just other humans, even me. So like here, so I just took over because I didn't want to even give it a chance to make me look silly in public. But actually, I don't even know what decision would have made. I just didn't want to give it the opportunity to make that decision because as the driver, I'm responsible. Okay. But yeah, this is good. Yeah, you know, I love seeing people out here working out. I'm going on long runs, stuff like that. That's exciting. Families walking, people running, like that's, I guess, be pumped. Okay, so we're getting ready to go into Georgetown. So again, this little silly dance left-right thing, I call it the Tesla two-step. Why, I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's probably not looking that far ahead in terms of what moves to make. Right, so now it's here, and then when it gets up, you know, another 200 meters, it's gonna have to get on the left lane, and that's gonna be a problem due to traffic. Or will it? Or will it? That's okay. There you go. Now, so it's saying left, like, oh, look how close I am to this other car. Don't hit it. Just don't. Okay, that was close. Okay. Yeah, I'm over here freaking out because these vehicles were tight next to each other. And yeah, so this is it. This is it. I don't know what that was, but I just took over. But yeah, look how tight we are. Look how tight we are. And this is in Georgetown, everyone. I'm just gonna take over and be aggressive and just go where I need to go. There we go. So I have to make a left turn up here. I have to make a left turn up here. And this is, again, the turn I look forward to because there's pedestrians, there's other vehicles, and I get a green indicator to tell me when I can go. Other things that happen in this turn. Actually, that's the key thing. I get a green indicator to tell me when I can go. So I like that because that takes away the guesswork from the software. But we'll see. Okay, so here we go. So it's going. I have a yellow indicator, then I have a green. It wants to make sure I'm alive. I am alive. And boom, now traffic starts. People crossing. Like all the natural, you know, things that will happen in a robotaxi environment are happening right now. I don't anticipate the vehicle will be decisive. I don't want the vehicle to be decisive. I would rather wait till I get that right of way in the form of the green light. But we'll see. We will see. Ooh. So the vehicle gave a little nudge like, yeah, I want to be decisive. And I'm over here like, no, you're not. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Like I said, in my mind, I'm like, yo, just chill, right? No left turns, just chill. But let's see. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm anticipating is at some point I'm gonna have the green light. And my only really concern and hope is that the pedestrians are yeah, like look at this one, like a bike just went, right? And it's a red light. Yeah, this is an interesting little scenario here. Yeah, so I'm absolutely hoping that I get the green light. So I kind of tapped it to nudge and this pedestrian's crossing, but this is good. Because now I want to see what my decision space is in this scenario. Okay, this guy's closing. The vehicle block. I just took over, but that was pretty cool. It's like I was trying to catch a sword. It's like I was trying to catch a sword. That's what it felt like. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's a 2021-22 Model S driving, catching a sword. Okay. But yeah, so that turn was alright. I just took over because of human factors, but it was alright. It wasn't the best. But you know, those are the type of situations that we should be very cognizant of, right? Those when we have people there. So here I'm gonna have to be aggressive because I don't see this cab letting me go, and he didn't let me go, which is awesome. So I just kind of nudged it forward a little bit just to get some momentum, knowing how aggressive the other drivers will be as they're driving. No, but we're okay right now. We're not at the. Oh, what did I just step on? What did I just step on? Hopefully I didn't lose a tire. It's like $700 or something. Okay, look, you stop, but he's not gonna stop because he's trying to be. Look at that. FSD is like taking care of pedestrians better than other drivers. That was good. So that scenario over there was pretty awkward, right? So the vehicle knew that the vehicle, it had the right of way. The other vehicle saw someone cross and then just kept going anyway. So FSD just stopped. So that was, I would say that was positive on the FSD side, but negative in regards to taking care of pedestrians from the other driver's side. So interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, but like, to me, a phenomenal evaluation would be to see what happens with this next software version that comes up. Because I'm so interested to see like how stuff like this gets handled, right? So I picked these rows specifically because I feel pretty comfortable with them as a driver. They're not new to me, so I can kind of react to the patterns of life for this area a lot better than other areas. Okay, so yeah, so we're approaching that top of the hill awkward area, and I'm comfortable where we're at now. So I'm just going to navigate to, let's see, let's go to Adams Morgan, and let's just see. Let's see what that looks like from here. Okay, good. Woo! Fantastic dynamic reaction to change. Why the awkward stop, don't know, don't really care, but that was some good reaction, right? So as soon as I put that GPS stuff in, it immediately made this turn. Why is it doing this? I don't know. So I'm kind of nudging it to keep it moving, but it did some, that was pretty awkward. But we're on the right path because we're gonna make this right turn now. Let's see. So what's up with these abrupt stops? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make a right and immediate left. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. So good. So maybe the vehicle was given space and priority to others. So I have a green light, and yeah, I'm just gonna go so that we don't have a riot over my fake autonomy. Okay, so I kind of just accelerated in a way that allowed for me to place myself in a point of good point of decisiveness, let's call it. I'm going to nudge and accelerate to get the vehicle moving just a bit, because sometimes the vehicle is indecisive in these moments, but this is good. So I have a green light, green right away, and then I'm just, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Here's a pedestrian who's like, I'm gonna go, I don't care. And not bad, but again, I had to nudge it a little bit to keep it going, keep it moving. So, but not bad overall though. Yeah, no, I'm excited. Okay, so slow down, stop, and then go. So yeah, when I say we're getting there, we're hitting that next level, like it's because of stuff like this, right? Because it's doing everything that I would do, right? Is it doing it? Are we like twins, right? No, but we are. We're on the same page. It feels like, as far as, you know, on par on decisiveness. Sometimes, not all the time, but this is good. Let's see. So slow down to the stop. Boom, and then accelerate. This is good. This is good. You know, I wonder what's gonna happen when, you know, when FSD, maybe I take this to the real DC with the, let's call it the real DC roads with the potholes, right? Like that's, maybe I'm signing myself up for a trip to the tire store and to spend money on new tires, because that's probably what's gonna happen. Okay, look at this. Whoop, whoop, okay. Wow, so the car went around the guy washing his car. That's exciting. Wow, that's exciting. Okay, so they let that runner go, and I get the right of way. Awesome. This is good. Yeah, but you know, another reason why I'm doing these drives in DC is just the architecture is just amazing, and especially in these gloomy days, beautiful views across the board. So this is interesting. Decision space, at least I'm giving the vehicle right. So I was looking to see if those pedestrians were going to walk, just to see what the decision the vehicle would make. The challenge there was the driver behind me was probably wondering, like, why isn't he just going? And again, those are the thoughts I tend to have, is okay, I'm kind of looking out for my fellow drivers, either that or they give me indications that they're looking out for me and my indecisiveness. Okay, so there's a bug right there. It just kind of stopped. But like I said, I think it did that because of the placement of the stop signs, which it's been doing for a while now. So I just sent a snapshot to the autopilot team. Hopefully they can figure it out. Like, hey, there should have been no reason to stop there. And yeah, okay. So here's an interesting one. I stop at the stop sign. There's a bike rider who is like typing something or texting. Yep, and he does what most bike riders do, like myself, right? Look up, look down, and then as soon as I look up, I'm ready to go. But luckily he didn't go, so we're winning. We are winning. We continue to have issues with the random 2 stops. So I just sent a snapshot to Tesla. So meaning if there's, you know, layers of stop signs, even though the vehicle crosses the stop sign, it stops. So that tends to be a problem. Okay. We are cooking like chicken grease. Okay. Ooh, yeah, so this other vehicle just went completely over the line. Come on, don't be weird, just go. Oh. So what is this? What is this? Yeah, so this is gonna be, I can see this day already being a little awkward. because I need to make this right turn. I should have been on the right lane. But I'm on the left lane, which means I'm going left. So I think last time I had to just completely take over, and I might just do that. Yeah, because of the nature of, on a high level, I understand that I need to make this. In order to make this turn happen, I need to go like this. Okay, here we go. And I know FSD is gonna act super awkward, and I know other vehicles are gonna act super awkward too. So let's see. I'll look for the nice vehicles to go in between, and I did. I'm driving right now, but then I will reactivate FSD beta. But yeah. Okay. So I am making a left now. So this left turn should be okay, but again, beta will find a reason to make it awkward, just like it just did. And then the same thing that happened last time, it tried not to stop, so I literally have to brake, right? So this is another one that needs some love. Bug report: vehicle did not brake. Okay, so it said bug reported, vehicle did not brake, so we're winning. Okay, so I don't even want to play this game. I probably could have let beta figure it out, but I'm not even gonna play that game today because I like my car and I like to drive it. So I took over there because I just could foresee that would be a problem, but we're getting somewhere, and that's just the way it is. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. So beta's kind of slowing down, I'm guessing because these pedestrians are being very intentful about their positioning and being essentially on the road. So it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So I complained about this last time, right, as far as beta is seeking to get on the right, but luckily in the area that beta is getting on the right in, there's no vehicles there, so we're still winning. We are winning. Yeah, so these are things I love about DC. And so it has its own character, and it's diverse in its own way, so it's pretty nice. I guess in certain areas. So now it's indicating a right turn. I'm tempted to just let it go through, but I know like there's going to be so many opportunities for failure. And the question is, should I let it happen? And I think I'm leaning towards yes. But be in control, which I'm always in control. Okay, so let's see. So step 1, does it make the right turn appropriately? Yes. Step 2, does it make the left turn appropriately? Let's find out. Nope. So it was trying to do that move, but it didn't do it right. It's okay. It's okay. We're still winning. And that's why we're working together in this driving. You know, sometimes when I drive this car like this, thoughts go in my head like, you know, like just thinking through like what happens when you're trying to show someone how cool this stuff is, and then like stuff like that starts happening, and then you start making excuses for it. But I guess I'm experiencing that in the form of this video, so yeah. Okay. So it veers to the right appropriately. Good job. And it stays in its lane. No biggie. Yeah, so it's a pretty tough drive for a human. Just because of some of the intricacies, but yeah, FSD did okay. I always find it funny when Elon says things like all human input is like negative. And I agree with that sentiment, assuming that the system is as functional as what they would like it to be. So, all right, so I'm in the Adams Morgan area. This should be a pretty easy navigation. So chill nonetheless. See, again, it keeps stopping on the second stop sign. So let me do that bug report. Should not have stopped again. Okay. All right, well, thank you all for joining me. And yeah, post comments if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to 10.7. I'll probably do another video then. Thanks for joining me on this ride, and have a wonderful day.